Ladies and gentlemen, it's a big, weird, wild world out there, folks, and here we stand. Al pie del cañón, ready for anything. I'm Rob, and you're listening to...
The ProBoh Show!
Good morning, good people, back to our regular time slot. Yes, you were just listening to Mr. Richard Vaughan live, and a man that made me feel so inadequate as a person, Natch. While I was climbing Mount Kilimanjaro, I decided to extinguish a live volcano with my breath. Incredible. So how are you doing, guys? You're tuned in to the ProBoh Show. A big hug and a kiss to our amazing podcast listeners who will enjoy uninterrupted ProBoh Show all week. For those of you on the radio, you're only going to get the show 3 times. My God, Natch, we recorded a show last night for tomorrow. One of the best debates I think we've had in the unpopular opinions in a while. It was, the topic was, because we try and do more, if I do an evening show, I'll do a topic that's more controversial. If it's not a radio show, I will do something, I will touch on issues that are maybe more controversial than the average issue. And yesterday we did, what was it? Toxic masculinity does not exist. And someone said in the show, what would Nacho say about this? So I want to know, Nacho, what do you think? Does toxic masculinity exist?
To be sincere, I don't really know what is toxic masculinity. I'm not.
You know what? That is is a sentient point, because there are so many different levels and explanations for what it is. Some people say it's the inability or society's pressure to remain emotionally stoic. Okay, to bottle up your feelings, as you should. If you've got a feeling, you just bury it deep down in the fire where it disappears. There we go. We all know that, right? And some people say it's overly aggressive behavior. Some people define it as picking on weaker or what are perceived to be weaker individuals. It is such a nebulous term, and I feel like toxicity exists. People can be toxic, but toxic masculinity, I find it a term that is just insulting. I don't know. I don't know. Well, if you want to know, guys, you have to go and subscribe to the podcast, available in all good podcast directories, and check it out. Check it out, my friends. All right, what do we have coming up in the show? Well, let me tell you something, guys. I thoroughly tortured the elves this morning. They provided me with a list of all the things that we're going to cover in the show today. Today, oh my God, the audio doesn't work in the stream. It's a travesty. I'll get it working in the second half, my friends. Don't worry. In the show today, I ask 100 humans a question. If their car could talk, name something it might complain about. Si tu coche podría hablar, di de qué se podría quejar. What would it complain about? What would your car complain about if it could? Okay, we're back. I'm getting the thumbs up from the wonderful people in the chat. How are you doing? So in the second part of the show, we are also going to cover some complete the news sections. We're going to find out how the Indian football coach selected the team. Woo! Let me tell you something, guys. It's a good one. It's a good one today. And then finally, in the first part of the show, coming up soon, we have today's unpopular opinion, which is there is nothing cool or individualistic or edgy about having a tattoo. There is nothing cool. Tener un tatuaje no tiene nada guay, individualista or vanguardista. Do I get a nivel? I feel like I earn a nivelazo, but Nat just left the studio. Damn it. I'll have to pick on him later. So yeah, that's what's coming up in the show today, guys. First of all, I'm here, you're here. Let's see what's going on in the world. Firstly, a very, very good morning to Eugene in the bridge, joining me live in the chat. Eugene says, hi, guys. The bridge says, good morning, shoveling the coals. How are you doing? Thank you. Just cleared out the wax. Yeah, sorry, we were having audio issues on the live stream. It's working now. It's working now. How are you doing, friends? If you too want to join us in the live show, you can do that at twitch.tv/professional bohemian. All right, let's check out some news, my friends. Let's check out some news. Let's go to TikTok. News story from Wired.com, a publication I quite enjoy. It does cover the gambit of technological news. TikTok is spending $1.3 billion. Wow. TikTok is spending $1.3 billion to dodge bans in Europe. TikTok está gastando 1,3 millones de dólares para esquivar las prohibiciones en Europa. Right, Natch? That's what they're doing, right?
¡Qué nivelazo!
He's back. I think this is an unnecessarily clickbaity title. Let's dig into the news a little bit and I'll explain why. TikTok, owned by ByteDance, with management based in Beijing, has faced increasing scrutiny in Europe due to concerns about its ties to China and potential data sharing with Chinese authorities. Okay. And as you know, we've reported on the show how many government officials in America and now in the UK are banning TikTok to be downloaded on government phones. Particularly for this reason. Is this alarmist? I think so, but, I guess they may know something that we do not. So in response, TikTok is investing $1.2 billion, or billion euros, to establish 3 data centers in Europe. Wired magazine, that is not dodging. Esto no es esquivar. That's just complying with the rules. Why is it, Natch? Why is it? I want your insight, your oracle wisdom on this, right? Why is it when American firms steal our data and American government agencies like the NSA spy on us through our mobile phone apps? Why is that fine? But when a Chinese company does it, it's not? Natch is nodding right now, stoically. He's nodding stoically. I don't understand. Don't understand why we are deciding to demonize just this one app when Google quite a lot more pernicious than TikTok. Facebook, hello. Facebook swayed the results of 2 elections. Number 1, Britain's election to leave Europe. That's a fact. Cambridge Analytica, check it out. And the 2016 election. If that's not a mobile phone app that wields way too much power, then what is? Yeah, no. We're going to complain about TikTok. All right, let's continue with the news. At least 5 people have been cured of HIV. Is the AIDS epidemic ending? So, as you know, if you were like me, raised in the 80s, the AIDS epidemic, the AIDS pandemic, was at the forefront of every public health message. And it's true. Over recent years, at least 5 people have been cured of this disease, whereas years ago this was a death sentence. Do you remember those terrifying TV ads, Natch? I went on holiday and now I'm dying. Well, now with immunosuppressors, the lifespan of someone with the virus is comparable to the general population, which is just amazing news. This is coming, by the way, from freethink.com. So the article from Freethink discusses the advancements in HIV treatment and the potential end of the AIDS pandemic. Historically, an AIDS diagnosis was a death sentence, but today, thanks to antiretroviral therapy, the life expectancy of someone with HIV in the US is comparable to the general population. But the thing is, like these antiretroviral treatments don't cure the virus. I think that's worth mentioning right now. But it will extend a person who suffers with the virus's lifespan. So there is one method that's come to light in recent years. One notable method of curing HIV involves stem cell transplants. Seen in the cases of the Berlin patient and others, another promising approach is to use gene editing technology. So, yeah, an interesting article there by Freethink. I encourage you to check it out. And by the way, guys, all the links that I use in the show, they're all available on my Patreon. You can check that out if you're a supporter. Find me there. And finally, in the news, Germany will force 80% of gas stations to install electric vehicle charging too. Natch, we're living in the future, sir. You know, the more I hear about these innovations in clean technology, the more people are talking to me about hydrogen cars. Yeah, I don't know. You guys tell me. What do you think? I mean, I think just because of sheer availability and the progress that has been made in engineering, both with regards to battery life and with regards to the internal technology, I think electric vehicles are the way we're going to point as a society to solve this issue. Let's dig into this news. This news today coming from thedrive.com. Okay. Germany is taking legislative measures to bolster its electric vehicle charging infrastructure. German Chancellor Olaf Scholz announced at the IAA Mobility Show in Munich that the country plans to introduce a law mandating 80% of all gas stations to provide fast charging options. Amazing news. Imagine being able to travel across Europe in an electric vehicle. Amazing stuff. And that, my friends, is the news for today. How are you doing anyway, Natch? How's it going, dude?
Fine, thank you.
We came together on Monday, and then we were ripped apart yesterday. Mm-hmm. We were ripped apart unfairly, and now we're together again.
Yes.
And tomorrow, we are ripped apart once more. If you're a podcast listener, you've got an amazing episode we recorded last night, so don't worry about that. But yeah, you know, Natch, I miss your insight in the show. You know where I miss it the most? It's in our unpopular opinion.
Unpopular opinion.
Here we go, friends. It's time for an unpopular opinion. Okay, today's unpopular opinion is having a tattoo, or getting a tattoo if you like. There is nothing cool, individualistic, or edgy. Edgy is kind of, how do you say edgy in Spanish, Natch?
I don't know.
Edgy means like to be a rebel, you know? To be like vanguardista, would you say?
Vanguardista, podría ser. Mm-hmm.
Right. Well, I'm confused. There we go. Okay, now I know that I'm right. I bring the translation. I've brought the translation elf into the studio. I gave him a good kick there. Okay, tener un tatuaje no tiene nada guay, individualista o vanguardista. It's not. In my opinion, in my humble opinion. But as Grandpa Bo used to say, opinions, my friends, they're like buttholes. Everybody has one, and they all stink. So this morning, I thoroughly tortured the elves, and they gave me some pro and con arguments. In the pro column, agreeing with the statement that there's nothing cool or edgy, vanguardista, or individualistic about having a tattoo. Agreeing with this statement. Tattoos have become widely accepted in many cultures and society. Their prevalence means they're no longer a niche, subversive choice, making them less edgy by definition. It's a true story. I saw a 13-year-old the other day with a tattoo. They were prison tats. No, I'm joking. They weren't prison tats. But I saw like a really young person. I mean, it used to be when I was a kid, like my uncle had a tattoo, and I thought he was the coolest. I just thought, wow, he's the coolest, most rebellious man in the world. Now, hairdressers have tattoos. The head of finance at Vaughan has a tattoo. They are not like signposts of rebellion anymore. There's nothing cool about them. I decide to express my individualism by not having a tattoo. Okay, let's continue. The tattoo industry, like many others, has been commercialized. There are now tattoo parlor chains celebrity tattoo artists, and reality TV shows about tattooing, which can detract from the individualistic perception. I mean, for me, what detracts from the individualism is the fact that everyone and their mother has a tattoo nowadays. I mean, Natch, I know you have a tattoo. You've got all the prison tats on your face. He gets a new tear every time he murders someone. I mean, his face is black, practically just dark green now from all the bodies. No, seriously, do you have a tattoo?
No.
No, me neither, man. Me neither. Me and Natch, brothers from another mother. Okay, let's continue. The influence of pop culture. With many celebrities and public figures sporting tattoos, it can sometimes appear as a trend-following choice rather than an individualistic one. True story. I mean, music artists now. It looks. Do you remember when you were a kid and your mum would come home, your mother would come home with a book of stickers? Do you like the stickers on it? I love the stickers, Mum. Are you going to decorate your book? I'll decorate my book. And you just haphazardly slap random stickers all around the cover of the book. That's what pop artists' faces look like now. You know what I mean? The kind of the lo-fi tattoo kind of trend as it is. I don't know what the proper name of it is. But the tattoos that look like they were drawn by a 5-year-old. I'm trying to remember the name of the one guy. Jeez Louise. Post Malone. Post Malone looks like a teenager or like a preteen school notebook. His face. He's just got little drawings everywhere. Okay, Ted, getting a tattoo is like going up Everest, says the bridge. I don't think so. Vanguardista says, Vero, can we get a nivelazo for Vero? How you doing?
Nivelazo.
The bridge says here, I believe we should not close ourselves to any type of energy. We need to use the most appropriate in each place. True story. Again, talking about renewable energy. And finally, in the pro column, due to the sheer number of people getting tattoos, many designs like the infinity symbol, anchor, or feather turning into birds have become cliche. True story. Do you remember in the 90s? It was we used to call them tramp stamp. I'm not going to translate it for you, but it was the typical tribal tattoo you would get, or maybe a woman might get on her lower back. Do you have a name for that, Natch, in Spanish? You don't?
Maybe there is, but I don't know it.
I think in English it was a tramp stamp. I'm not going to translate it because it's a disgusting phrase that disrespects women. Okay. And you know the typical tattoos. I've got a dolphin on my inner thigh. I've got a butterfly. It represents freedom. I used to date someone who got a tattoo to, get this, to remind herself to love herself. To remind herself to be in love with herself. My comment on that is, if you need to get a tattoo to do that, either A, it's not working, or B, it's working way too well. Tattoo a little symbol of self-love on yourself? Come on. There's nothing special about having a tattoo nowadays. Okay, next. So in the con column, disagreeing, saying no, tattoos are still as cool, individualistic, and edgy as ever. Regardless of trends, many people get tattoos that hold profound personal significance, whether it's a commemoration of an event, a tribute, or an expression of a personal philosophy. Such tattoos are deeply individualistic. Yeah, the butterfly I have on my inner thigh represents my need to produce podcast, Natch. It's deeply personal. Whatever. Okay, let's continue. The body can be a canvas for a unique piece of art. Many tattoo artists are genuine artists, and designs they create, especially custom designs, can be incredibly intricate, innovative, and edgy. True story. I'm not going to take away the art. I'm not going to take away that from tattoo artists. Some tattoo artists are incredible, and their work is incredible. I'm not talking about the art of making a tattoo or tattooing someone. I'm talking about the tattoos themselves, the people who get tattoos in order to look more rebellious, to look cool. Okay, let's continue. Historical and cultural significance. In many cultures, tattoos hold deep historical, cultural significance. They can be rites of passage, symbols of status, or protective talismans. For people within these cultures, tattoos can be an affirmation of their identity. Yeah, that's not this culture, though, is it? My butterfly tattoo on my inner thigh natch also protects me from evil. You didn't know that, but it's true. And finally, in the con column, disagreeing with my own popular opinion, even though tattoos are more mainstream now, having visible tattoos in certain professions or cultures can be a statement against conforming to traditional conservative expectations. Yeah, look, all I'm going to say is some of the most driest people I know now are covered in tattoos. And the mystery is gone, friends. I don't find tattoos rock and roll anymore. I used to when I was a kid. When I was a teenager in my bedroom, singing along to Iron Maiden, I wanted to cover my whole body in tattoos. And now as an older gent, you know, I just turn on the TV and I see the person reading the news with a face tattoo. And I'm like, okay, the dream is over, guys. The dream is over. Okay, so I got a ton of messages online. We'll get to that first. I think, I will read this one from Nessa. Nessa reached out to me and she says, now everyone has at least one tattoo. It's not special at all. All you find is people covered in ink that has no meaning in many cases. Most don't realize that tattoos get modified by our physical changes. And what was once beautiful, or what was once a beautiful illustration of a Greek god, has now turned into Jabba the Hutt. True story. True story. All right, so there you go. That's the unpopular opinion, friends. Soon we're going to go to the vote. I want to turn my attention to the wonderful people in the chat and see what they're saying. MJ Symbol says, Post Malone looks like a notebook full of doodles. He does. He does. You know when you're in a meeting and you're bored, Natch? It's usually a Zoom meeting. You're bored and you're pretending to take notes. Post Malone's face looks like that. Have you seen Post Malone? Do me a favor, do an internet search. I want your take on Post Malone. Malone in Spanish. Okay, so there you go. Yeah, true story. I think so too. A great artist. Love his music, but his face does look like a toddler drew on it. Or do you know when? All right, here's another example. Post Malone. You know when you go to a party with all your friends and you pass out drunk and they draw on your face? That's what Post Malone's tattoo artist did to him. Okay, let's continue. Eugene, my opinion is the same as yours, Rob. I don't like tattoos at all, especially when women have them. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna be a contradictory a-hole right now. I do find it sexy when a woman has a tattoo. I'm not gonna lie to you. Not gonna lie to you. My lizard brain likes it. Okay, let's continue. The bridge. Donde la espalda pierde su nombre. Where the back loses its name. I don't understand bridge. You have to explain that to me. Do you know that, Natch?
That's a cool way to say culo.
Ah, okay. Oh, nice. I like it. Did you see his face, Natch? Did you see Post Malone?
Yes.
What do you think?
I guess he doesn't have mirrors.
Yeah, I think what happened was one day he went out with his tattoo artist. He got blind drunk, both of them. Post Malone passed out, and in the morning he woke up like that. Anyway, let's continue. The good thing is he's a great musical artist. I do love his music. Anyway, Alone Strong is here. Good morning. It's your body. It's your tattoo. It's presumably your money. You can get one for any reason you like. You can get one just because you like it and assign it meaning later. You can get one with meaning and then the meaning can change. Ignore the snobbery around them. They're an art form at the end of the day. There's absolutely nothing wrong with liking the aesthetics. No. I agree. And I would in no way discourage people from getting a tattoo. No way. If that's what you want to do, you do it. You get that tribal pattern on your lower back, or like me, a butterfly on your inner thigh, or a little dolphin. If this is how you want to express your individualism, If that's what you want to do, you do it. And I'm not, and I've seen some very beautiful tattoos. I've even designed tattoos for friends. But the argument is, they're not cool anymore. They used to be cool and individualistic and edgy. But now everyone has one. And it has lost somewhat its mystery. You know, when you can turn on the news and you see the newsreader with a tattoo, it kind of spoils it for me. Anyway, guys, when we come back from the break, I'll read more messages. But what I want to know right now, my friends, is what you think. Are tattoos still cool? Are they still individualistic? Are they still edgy, vanguardista? Well, you're going to tell me, friends. And we'll close this unpopular opinion in a few minutes. Friends, there are so many things. An infinite number of things you could have been doing today. But instead of doing those things, you decided to take the time to spend some time with the Natch and myself. And it means the absolute world, friends. You rock. I will see you in a few short minutes. Hey guys, if you'd like to support the show, you can do so on Patreon. That's patreon.com/professional bohemian. There you'll find VODs of the episodes as they are recorded live, blogs, vlogs, and behind-the-scenes content. If you'd like to watch the show live, you can do so on twitch.tv/professional bohemian, and you can participate in the polls we use in the show on Instagram @professional bohemian or Twitter @ProBoh, ProBoh. Okay, on with the show. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. Hey, how are you doing, guys? It is a beautiful Wednesday morning, 9 a.m. Central European Time, 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. How are you doing, my friends? Oh my God, just another reminder, guys, tomorrow there will be no live show. Bwah, bwah, bwah. But for my angelic podcast listeners, don't worry. Don't worry. We recorded a show last night that will blow your socks off. All you have to do is search for the ProBoh Show on any good podcast directory, and you can be up to date on all the shows you've missed. Also, yesterday's show, we were pre-recording on Monday night, and it was a great one. All right, my friends, what did you miss if you've just tuned in? Well, we took a quick look at TikTok. They're not dodging European laws by spending $1.3 billion. No. They're complying with European legislation. The Wired there with some quite, I don't know, their wording kind of. I don't like how we're demonizing this one particular app when they're all pernicious and bad. It doesn't, my fairness alert gets triggered when I see that. Then we looked at a really fascinating article from freethink.com about the future the future cures for HIV, whether that be gene editing or stem cell implants. But yeah, I mean, it's a much brighter future. I mean, in the 80s, almost every public health message was with regards to the AIDS pandemic, and it's great that's finally we're seeing the light. And then finally, we took a look at Germany, how they're going to force 80% of gas stations to install electric vehicle chargers too. Interesting. That coming from, was it thedrive.com? And then we moved on to today's unpopular opinion, where I'll be honest, I did play devil's advocate somewhat, didn't I? I was kind of mean to tattoos. And I was mean to Post Malone, and I actually think the guy is lovely. I've seen him in tons of interviews. He just seems like the most nice, down-to-earth individual. He makes great music, but his face looks like a colouring book if you gave it to a 2-year-old. I'm joking. Come on. All right, let's dig into the chat. Can we, by the way, I read a comment by Alone Strong just before the break. Can we give him a ProBoh approved?
ProBoh approved.
Because it was insightful. Because the truth of the matter is, I don't hate tattoos. I don't even hate Post Malone's tattoos. I actually like the tattoo aesthetic. I find is this bad to say on the radio? I do find it sexy when a woman has a tattoo. You know? I find it sexy. I'm just going to say it like that, Natch. No shame. Am I being a toxic male? I don't know. But I mean, so I like the aesthetic. I believe that they're just not cool or rebellious anymore. You know, because kind of everyone has one. If everyone didn't have one, I would probably be tempted to get one myself. There you go. Anyway, Let's dig into some messages we received in the chat. It's true, historically, this is from Vero, historically tattoos have been a sign of distinction between tribes and population groups. However, nowadays these tattoos do not have that meaning. People get them because of fashion and because they think that by the simple fact of wearing them, they are cooler. On the other hand, I think a scar is cooler than a tattoo. Oh. Can we get another ProBoh proof?
ProBoh approved.
True story. I have scars. They are cool. Can confirm. Yeah, they're not cool. Apart from the butterfly I have on my inner fly. Butterfly, mariposa. That butterfly, the pink butterfly I have on my inner thigh natch, symbolizes strength and wards against evil spirits. That's the coolest. Everything else, not cool. Have you ever been tempted to get a tattoo, Natch?
Not really.
No, me neither, I'll be honest. I have designed a few for friends, in my capacity as an artist. But I've never been tempted to go and think... You know why? Because after painting or after drawing something, I immediately hate it. And that's why I feel compelled to keep on going and create new works of art. So I can only imagine if I got another artist to draw something on my body, I would just hate it after a few weeks. Yeah, there you go. You can get non-permanent ones now that disappear after like 5 years. But I'm 45 now. What am I going to be doing? In my 70s going to get a fresh tattoo. I should get Don't Talk to Me tattooed on my forehead. That would be wonderful. Anyway, let's continue. MJ Symbol says, Lil Wayne is another doodle example. Yeah, it's kind of a style of tattoos, this lo-fi kind of free-form style of tattoo that Lil Wayne and Post Malone kind of have. And again, another artist I greatly admire. Seems like a nice guy, Lil Wayne, from what I've managed to gather. But yeah, covered in tattoos. Is it cool? Is it rebellious anymore? I don't know. I don't think so. It depends how you got the scar, Rob, says the bridge. Oh, dude. One day I'll tell you the story of the scar. In fact, I do. If you go to the ProBoh Show YouTube channel, there is a conversation between Andrea and myself where I describe to her the stupid story of how I got this big scar on my face. It's not cool and it's not sexy. It's stupid. I'm an idiot. It's official. Okay, let's. So I did get some messages online with regards to this. Let's read a few of them now. Raj and Mia writing to me again. Let's go with Mia first. Everyone and their dog has a tattoo nowadays. Doesn't seem that unique to me, but hey, each to their own. If it makes someone happy, why not? Exactly. No, I'm all for that. If it makes you happy, absolutely do it. But it's not cool anymore. It's not unique anymore. Let's go to Raj. Tattoos, cool or not, that's not the point. It's about personal expression. And in this age of tech, it's just another way of customizing your hardware. Oh, Raj, can we get him a ProBoh approved, please?
ProBoh approved.
Just another way of customizing your hardware. I love it. Love your scar story, hilarious, says MJ Symbol. Yeah, the video's up there somewhere. If you search on my YouTube channel, The ProBoh Show on YouTube, you'll find it. Yeah, wow, great point. Okay, so should we go to the? You know what? I can't. I'll be honest. I can't remember the results of the poll. When I last looked, hang on, wait. I can find it, my friends. Don't you worry. When I last looked, it was 100% in one direction. Let me tell you what it was on Instagram first. All right. On Instagram, they said that it was 80% true, that they are no longer individualistic or anything like that. Okay. But what you're interested in is the real decision makers, the ProBoh Show live audience. You want to know what they said. Oh my God, I have the results right here. Natch, let's get a drum roll. We got a unanimous decision, Natch. 100% true! Oh! Natch, over the last few episodes of the show this week, I've convinced people of some pernicious, horrible things. Am I the bad guy? Am I the bad guy in the world? Am I the problem? Yesterday, I managed to convince an audience full of people that toxic masculinity doesn't exist. And today, that tattoos aren't cool anymore. Okay, can I share with you my actual real-life opinion on this? Okay, they're a little cool, aren't they? Again, I mean, I kind of gave the game away a little bit because I do love Lil Wayne and I'm a big fan of Post Malone. I think nowadays there's been an evolution in tattoos, right? And it's not so much about the tattoo itself, but where you get it placed that makes it rebellious. Like on your hands, there's somewhere super visible. Are they still rebellious? I think in that way they still are. Are they cool? I kind of do find them cool. As I mentioned before, like, I have a kind of a thing for tattoos on a woman. Sorry, I don't know why I admitted that on the radio, but there you go. So yeah, I mean, they're not, I don't think, a sign of individualism anymore, because I do think now everyone has their dog, as Mia said, kind of seems to have a tattoo nowadays. So they have lost quite a bit of that mystique. But to go completely against the thing that I've been arguing, I do still like the tattoo. I do still kind of find it cool when you see a tattoo on someone and hearing the story about it. I think I kind of fall in line here with what Alone Strong says. Why the hell not? And even if we all agree, and I do kind of believe a little bit that they're not individualistic or edgy, vanguardista anymore, even if they're not, it doesn't matter. It's all about personal preference, right? And as Raj quite correctly said, in this world of high tech, there's nothing wrong with updating your hardware a little bit. And there are some tattoo artists out there that are just phenomenal artists. I in no way would discourage anyone from getting a tattoo or expressing their individualism however the hell they want to do it. If you want to get a tattoo, if you want to get a pink butterfly on your inner thigh like me, then you go ahead and do that, friends. You go ahead and do that. Let's move on to today's 100 Humans. 100% Natch. I think I'm the problem in this world. It's true that do you find them cool? What do you think? What's your take on that?
I like them, but not all. Not all of them. Yeah, if they have any meaning, well, maybe.
I like to hear people's stories about why they got them, what they mean to them.
Yes, I don't like that. Me he hecho un tribal, yo qué sé, era bonito.
Yeah. Yeah, because there's like 100 other people.
Yes.
Or the Chinese symbols.
Exactly.
This means peace, love, and strength. And then they get it translated and it means egg foo young or something. Or it's an expiry date. I know. I mean, I do kind of like them. I just do feel like the kind of the rebellious nature has been somewhat diluted because so many people have them, I guess. All right, anyway, guys, it was a long walk to work today across snow-capped mountains and through river valleys. But on that walk, I encountered 100 humans. And I asked them all a question. Today's question was, if your car, tu coche, if your car could talk, name something it would complain about. Si tu coche podría hablar, di de qué se podría quejar.
Vaya nivelazo.
I just so naturally left a pause there, Natch. So there you go. So if your car could talk, name something it might complain about. All right, that's the question, guys. Your job in the chat is to identify the top 7 answers. All right. As customary on the ProBoh Show, we're going to go to the Natch first. What do you think? What do they complain about?
Maybe they don't want to sleep on the street.
Ooh.
Pass the night.
They don't want to sleep.
Out.
They don't want to sleep outside. Do you know what, Natch? I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give it to you, sir. Well deserved. They don't want to be here. The 100 humans said they don't want to be left in the rain. Okay, so being left outside, being left in the rain. 4 of 100 humans said that, Natch. The 7th most popular answer. Okay, let's see. Eugene says bad gas. that someone on the inside... someone on the inside should have rolled down the window. Are they complaining about the owners farting? Is that there? No, it's not. No, it's not. Good answer, though, Eugene. Good answer. Let's see. You stink, says MJ Symbol. I don't know if he's talking to me directly or if this is an answer. Okay, so is it smelly passengers? Is that there? No, it's not. No, it's not. Alone Strong says driving fast. Driving too fast, man. Is driving too fast there? Yes, it is. Well done, Alone Strong. If your car could talk, name something it would complain about. Driving too fast is there. 26 of 100 humans, Alone Strong. It's the number one answer. You guys are killing it. You've identified 2 of the top 7 answers. Shall I give you some clues? Okay. Can I give you some clues? Yeah, all right. Especially in Madrid, those cars that are left outside. You know, the rain that's got dust and crap in it. And then people will often draw things on the windows and whatnot. You know, in the dirt. What would that car complain about?
About the dirt, they want to be clean.
They want to be washed. Yes, it's there. MJ Symbol also said, wash me. I'm too dirty. It was there. Well done, guys. Okay, you've identified 3 of the top 4. All right, let's continue. Were you done wiping, says MJ Symbol. Okay, Alone Strong. Not changing the oil. Not changing the oil. Is it there? Yes, it is. Well done. Hey, Natch. Alone Strong on fire today in the audience. He's on fire today. Guys, by the way, if you want to be as cool as Alone Strong, MJ Symbol, The Bridge, all the people joining me in the chat today, you can simply go to twitch.tv/Professional Bohemian and also participate in the show. Okay, you've identified 4 of the 7. Let's continue. Traffic jams. Oh, why do we have to stay still in this traffic jam? Is traffic jams there? No, it's not. No, it's not. Alone Strong here again. He says, a lot of weight. Too much weight in the car. Is too much weight there? Yes, it is. Well done. 2 more to get, my friends. I'm going to give you a clue. All right. A car needs this to run. Not an electric car. If it didn't have enough, what would it complain about, Natch?
That they don't have enough gasoline.
They don't have enough gasoline. Number 3 answer. Well done, sir. Okay, one more. Picking your nose, says MJ Symbol. That the driver picks the nose and wipes it in some suspicious places. He's picking your nose there. No, it's not. Oh, good answer, but not there. Alone Strong says rain. We did have rain. That was there being left outside, left in the rain. It was the 7th most popular answer. There's there is one more. I feel like if I give you a clue, I'm just going to give you the answer. Maybe your car is, Eugene says smoking. Is it smoking? Complaining about smoking in the car? No, it's not. It's not there. Maybe your car, he wants a little time off. Maybe, oh God, go on, Natch, tell us what it is. If your car, what would it want?
They want to have vacation.
They think you're running the car too much. Exactly, it's there. Leave me alone. Leave me alone, man. Buy a patinette. Break some ribs. All right. So, here we go. Let's go through the answers, guys. Well done. You've completed today's 100 humans. All right, so I asked 100 humans that if your car could talk, name something it might complain about. Si tu coche podría hablar, di de qué se podría quejar. All right, in position number
7.
4 of 100 humans, well done to you, Natch. It was being left outside in the rain. In position number
6.
5 of 100 humans said this one. Too much weight. Too much weight in the car. Take the things out of the trunk. It's too much. In position number
5.
I need you to change my oil. You haven't changed my oil in months. In position number
4.
being run too much. You're just using it too much. The car needs to relax. 10 of 100 humans said that. Okay, top 3. Here we go. In position number
3.
with 14 of 100 humans. Not enough gas. Human, put more gas in me. 14 of 100 humans. In position number
2.
25 of 100 humans said, wash me. Oh, you don't wash me enough. And finally, if your car could talk, name something it might complain about. In position number
1.
with 26 of 100 humans. Congratulations, Alone Strong. It would complain that you're driving too fast. Slow down, human. Hey, Natch. If your car, your personal car, could complain, because you drive, right? If your car could complain, what would it complain about? Yours personally.
About dirt and bad gas, maybe.
Ah, really?
Yeah.
Well, we know it's not your wife. You've already
no,
told
no,
us.
it's me. It's absolutely me.
It's because you eat so many bean stews at work, dude.
Exactly.
Crack a window when traveling in the Natch's car. Hey, Natch, I feel kind of lightheaded. All right, guys, let's go to Complete the News.
Complete the news.
All right, friends, you know how this works. This is Complete the News. I'm going to read you a news headline, and you're going to complete the news headline because I'm going to leave out some information, my friends. And I'll give you 3 options, A, B, or C. Using those 3 options, you will complete the news. All right, guys, for those of you who are watching the show but not participating, friends, this is your moment because all you have to do is say A, B, or C. All right. Okay, India. This is a football one, Natch. I picked this one for you. India football coach gave details of players to blank and picked the team on his advice. So, el seleccionador indio de fútbol, the India football coach, the coach, ¿cómo se dice coach en español?
Entrenador.
El entrenador of the football, the India football team, dio detalles de los jugadores a blank y eligió el equipo seguido sus consejos. But to who did he give the details? Okay, here we go, friends. In answer A, is it AI, inteligencia artificial, artificial intelligence? A, artificial intelligence. B, an astrologer. Or C, his 5-year-old son. Woo! So, India football coach gave details of players to blank. Dio detalles de los jugadores a blank. Y eligió el equipo siguiendo sus consejos. And he picked the team based on his advice. Is it A, artificial intelligence? Is it B, an astrologer? Or is it C, his 5-year-old son? Whoa. It's a tough one. All right. God, it's a 3-way tie again in the chat. This is the only time in the world when you say the words 3-way as a negative, Natch. It's a 3-way tie. You're going to break the tie, Natch. What do you think it is?
C.
You think it's C, his 5-year-old son. All right. Here we go. India football coach gave details of players to... The answer is B, an astrologer. Oh. Yeah, football. It's a scientific game, friends. In the lead up to the Asian Cup qualifiers, Igor Stimac, the national football team coach of India, reportedly sought out advice from an astrologer regarding player selections. The Indian Express revealed that Stimac shared details of potential players with the astrologer. His name is, I can't pronounce that, Mr. Sharma. So, shared details of the players with Sharma, who then provided astrological insights on each player's suitability for the upcoming matches. Some players were left out based on the astrologer's feedback. Can you believe it? The exchange between Stimac and Sharma raises concerns about the integrity of the team's selection process and the potential misuse of vital team information. Imagine that happened in Spain, Natch. There would be a riot. I mean, the way Spanish people feel about football, it's like the official country's religion is football. Who's the trainer of Spain? Who's the coach of Spain's national team?
De La Fuente.
So if De La Fuente, right, chose the team based on a tarot card reading, Natch, how would you feel about that? I think you'd be suitably outraged, right? Yeah, well, there you go. There you go. All right, my friends. Wow, what a show. We've covered everything from electric vehicle charging in India to TikTok spending a ton of money to placate the Europe's laws when it comes to data handling. We looked at what your car would complain about. We found out about tattoos and if they're cool or edgy anymore. Oh my God, friends, what an incredible show. A big thank you to you guys joining me live in the show. I'll be back on Friday with another episode. Don't forget to check out the podcast because you have 2 special episodes this week that have not been on the radio. Guys, so many things you could have been doing today. Instead of doing those things, you took the time to spend some time with me, and it means the absolute world. I will see you next time.